This case study video shows how one of Titian's customers works and how they use Mosaic sample management software.
My name is Dr. Amy Anderson. I'm a Senior Research Associate and I mainly supervise kind of projects, so PhD student projects and clinical studies, research studies that are going on. That involves discussing the project progression, analysing data, basically deciding where the project's going to go next. I'm also involved in quite a lot of clinical studies. So one of them is BioFlare, which we actually use in the Titian Mosaic system for. We basically have about 22 people in total. It's made up of postdocs, PhD students. We've got quite a few clinical fellows and research technicians. Generally what we get from most of our patients or donors is peripheral blood. We will sometimes get urine as well, which we process the blood down into different components. So we will isolate things like serum, peripheral blood mononuclear cells or PBMCs, we isolate monocytes, CD4 T cells, and we store all of these. So there's quite a lot of individual derivatives from a single patient sample.
Human Tissue Act obviously dictates almost everything we work with because we work with human samples. But it's also university policy as well for us to follow, basically track everything that we do with any form of human sample.
We get a sample in, which from receipt we can basically log and track that. We will then process sample into different derivatives, such as the serum and PBMCs. These will also then be scanned in, so it just makes it very efficient and a very fast system to actually be able to track these samples and know their final location. We do record consent, whether we've got consent for future use of these samples on the system, so it's all very, very useful and really needed for research.
One of the good things about Mosaic is that you can moderate what you upload. So if you make a mistake, or you've only got 6 out of the 7 serum tubes that you're going to upload, it's quite easy to customise that and fix that.
It's useful for the geographically kind of distinct groups to kind of use the same system to basically log all of their samples on there. We can do audits to see how many samples each group have actually stored, what kind of samples we actually have. So it's a very, very useful system to use. Because of the Human Tissue Act, we need to be able to do audits, so we need to be able to say how many of each type of sample we actually have stored and where the specific locations of those are. So the system is very good because we can actually pull out that information and we know exactly where each single sample is from each single individual, and we know how many types of different sample we've got.